Hello everyone and welcome back to Krastorio 2. This is Otaku Showboat and today we are actually going to get into our chemical tech cards. But first comes setting up some sulfuric acid production. And of course, Ollie says hello. He's not looking. He's not looking at me right now. I see he's got tail. Yes, hi. Hi, what do you got? What do you got? Are you playing? Anyway, he just crawled up behind me. He's all stealth kitty right now. All right, let us get this sorted. I will note that this is a different ratio than what I'm used to. 5:2. Because getting that evenly into 2 is just, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So, grand scheme of things, what I can actually have is all of this be just together. Because sulfur is, oh, right, also needs water. I was like, oh, it only needs petroleum, doesn't it? No, it also needs water. It's the sulfuric acid that can be next to each other like that. So, oh boy, yeah, that's always the problem with the sulfur in particular, I guess, because you need to also insert the solid on top of everything else, but you end up with rather interesting pipe logistics, making it difficult. I think there is a space for the... Yeah, there is maybe a space. Yeah, right. Well, you'll see. There's space for a red inserter. Here. Right there. That's the only space it will load into that. The iron. This will, of course, offload the sulfur. Then it needs to be loaded into here. That's not right. What the heck am I doing? Anyway, this needs to be moved a couple of tiles. I am not in it today, apparently. Let's get that done and give it water. Give it the same water. As what I have down here. That's going to be from here. I need to grab more steel pipe at some point, I imagine. Oh yes, this also needs to not be this way. It needs to be one of these guys. Just like so. With the power like so. Alright, that is that input there. I need to add the iron as well into all of that. So yeah, that's what I'll have. But it's a lot in. And so that's what I'll have in the end for my logistics here. That for there and then there. All right. Get the power poles all set up, and then I can do all of this. Ta-da! That is sulfuric acid. Done. Not a lot of sulfuric acid, mind you, but it's still sulfuric acid. Some amount. Greater than 0. I am not carrying around any of my tank wagons, sadly, so let's go and grab some tank wagons. Of course, by the way, gosh, even if you accidentally click on that, it still adds it to your inventory. These should have the ability to use productivity modules, so keep all of that in mind as we go. Ratios will change with productivity, perhaps in some circumstances. Definitely the amount of stuff getting used changes. Right, I need the other thingy. It's up here. Ollie? Ollie, you're... Hi. He's shifting. He's a shifter. He's a shifter. Hello. Yes, hello. That's my pretty boy. Hi. Anyway, now you have Ollie's face. You can see that pretty face. The pretty face of the 6-month-old baby. Baby boy. Oh, and of course he turns around. Turns around and goes sleepy. He goes sleepy. Okay, let's finish this up. I need to make sure that I get the sulfuric acid fluid. Desulfuric defined. Then get these guys pumping. Okay, I need to determine how much is going to count as a full tank here, because 50,000 units at 100 units per second is, yeah, 8 1/3 minutes. So I'm going to set this up as SD fluid count of sulfuric acid greater than or equal to 15,000 is what I'll set that to, and then circuit condition, and you can go and be awesome. Excellent. Sulfuric acid now officially provided on my train network, able to request it anywhere I need it. That is now done. That leaves just one more thing, but I do need to pick up pipe. Just wait for that train to go by. Last thing I need is to die by train. I will at some point die by train. So I want to remind folks yet again that during the week of Columbus Day of 2020, about October 10th through the 18th or so, I will be out of town. So these videos, or the videos going forward that are going to be during that week, are not going to be done recorded like after seeing the comments of previous videos. They're going to be pre-recorded fairly far ahead of time. So do keep that in mind going forward. I will also not be streaming during that period of time. So, with that said, let's get with our fresh steel pipes into building out the infrastructure for our chemical tech cards. So in this, not this production, why did I have that separate? In this production block, I have chemical tech cards. Huzzah! As you can see, chemical tech cards are 1-to-1 with advanced circuits. That's not very nice, to be completely honest, because I am only making 5 advanced circuits right now, and I will want advanced circuits to build out my robotics and things. So, need robotics, need it to get into my robotics and stuff. Anyhoozle, let's see. So what do I actually want as my final output? Let's plan around 2.5. Let's do this way. And I don't need to worry about things like the basic tech cards or the production of the advanced circuits here. So what I'm going to do is remove all of the stuff that's involved in the advanced circuits and the plastic and the green circuits. This not really the sulfuric. It's only 25 sulfuric. Remember, I'm making 100, so I do have spare on the sulfuric. But yeah, I can completely rid myself of basically everything because I can take all of this stuff in from my train network, and that is exactly what I am going to do, is just request all of these things. Now, requesting all of these things, I am going to need to have two more items, one of which is fluid. Let's go ahead and build out these locations real quickly. Get all the signals. Yes, this is redundant, but it's a just-in-case thing that I have these signals here. If I expand later, I need to make sure that I have the signals in place, otherwise I'll forget them. That's the whole point. Okay, I also need to grab that. Yes, all the name changes. We are going to be building, yeah, sure, on the to the right. This, however, is going to be our sulfuric acid at chemical TCs. This is going to be our red circuits at chemical TC1. This one's going to be our glass at chemical TC1. And lastly, our blank TC at chemical TC1. And this is S chemical TC1. TC is tech card, in case you weren't aware. D chemical TC1. Make sure I define the chemical TC. Our blue science, I'll call it blue science often. Because it's blue! It's blue! The pen is blue! The pen is Blue! He's still there? Hi. He's still sleepy, kitty. Alright, now to get the actual requests put in for the sulfuric, for the red circuits, for the glass. Don't even know if I have that much glass. I think so. And for the blank tech cards. There we go. And then it is merely a line of 14 of these. Now, what orientation did I go with? Okay, along the length of the thing. Sure, we'll go with that. Anyway. Whenever you have a thingy using fluids, not that. What am I doing? It is a bit better to have it like that than it is in any other way. This leaves room for me to have the two inserters here. And of course I can output. And realistically speaking, the way that you also tend to do this is sort of like that. And then all you need is... Oops. That. Yep, that is that. That's how that works. It saves on pipe, and it saves on space. Space and pipe, two very important things to conserve. And this is going to need 2 power poles for this unit, at least. Alright, I hear a dolly also out and around. So I can copy this. I need 14, so that's 8, 12, 16. I'll stick with 16, and we can go from... Oops. We can go from here. Just place down my belts. I don't have enough belt. I think I'll have to go back and get more belt. Because I don't quite think I have enough. I have enough of the other stuff, though. That should be okay, actually. Oh, he's moving. He's off! Ollie has left. Oh, noes. The kitty has left the chair. Whatever will we do with our lives? Definitely gonna miss the kitties while I'm away. However, where I'm going has non-zero kitty as well, so I'll at least have kitty, just not these kitties. Kitty I'll be meeting where I'm going while I will be away is really big kitty. Really, really big kitty. So that'll be fun times, I hope. Alright, let's get all of that some glorious stuff known as power. And yeah, it looks like all the logistics are set. Just need to add the sulfuric acid and the other stuffs. The glass, circuits, and tech cards. It is 7.5 on the glass, but also when you look individually on these buildings, it really doesn't matter what goes where. So I'm thinking of having the glass on the outside lane just because it needs an extra swing when I have the stuff shared, which is unfortunate because I ended up making the glass here. Oops. Okay, that means I'm going to... Yeah, we'll do this. We'll do this way. We'll share... Where do I have a share that I can use? Right here. We'll share like that. The glass and the blank tech cards. And these will be on the inside lane. Just like so. The other stuff is going to be out here. Actually, I'm going to send you off that way and up here. And this is going to go down. Like so. And that's my belt dead. I could do shenanigans with the underground belts. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do it just to spare our time. So building this way, yeah, I'm shoving a whole bunch of stuff in my inventory that I don't really need to shove, but oh well. I've mentioned that this is not quite resource intensive, but it is reduction in entity counts, so there's at least that. Reduced entity usage. There we go. See how many fewer units of stuff I actually need, how many belt units fewer I need just by using these undergrounds. It's glorious, and we now officially have our chemical tech cards being produced. And that's our first and our non-zero amounts of chemical tech cards. It's a thing of complete beauty. So I will limit these to just a couple of slots because this is going to have a stack size. Unfortunately, the debug menu does not tell me what the stack size is on science. I am going to assume that it is 200 units each, so it's going to take a little time, even with this amount of limitation, for it to accrue those tech cards. But I will at least be like chemical TCs S into D, full cargo and circuit condition, and do the magical stuff. I officially can now start working on some chemical science, of which the first chemical science to take as per usual, I believe, is going to need to be this. This is the advanced oil processing with cracking, just because then that unlocks lubricant as well as electric engine units and robotics, along with the logistic robotics and the construction robotics. Unfortunately, we still have to wait to really do wonderful things with robots because, unfortunately, logistic system boxes are still locked behind utility science. This is an incredible disappointment to me that it's locked behind utility science. I have never agreed with this in any state of the game. Angels, Bobs, they changed this to not being utility. to at least to get access to logistic boxes, the requester boxes in particular. You don't need to get into utility science in an ABX Angels Bob's Space Extension playthrough. You don't need to get into utility science to get robotics in the Pie Suite, Pyandons mods. I don't get it. Why Krastorio do you need to have that locked behind utility science? There's even the larger containers that you can have the passive providers, but you still have to wait until utility science and production science to get into the rest of the larger chests. So, I think we're going to be blitzing utility science now. I think that is the idea. I need to get the research server to do that. This is what's actually going to build utility tech cards for me. And the utility tech cards are going to require blue circuits, low density structures, rocket fuel, as well as blank tech cards. 3 things I do not have, and the rocket fuel can be made oxygen, light oil, and iron plates. Why would I ever do anything other than light oil, oxygen, iron plates? Like, why would I... Okay, I can understand the ammonia, because there is an ammonia recipe. The way that you get it here is strictly out of nitrogen and hydrogen from the air. You don't actually need to... And you can get oxygen from splitting water, and the hydrogen from splitting water and add atmospheric nitrogen to get into ammonia. This is power at the expense of iron. I would say that this rocket fuel, if you're trying to conserve on resources and conserve on your light oil mining stuff, the ammonia oxygen is better. I think this is like hydrazine type stuff. But or maybe yeah. So but the hydrogen chloride I think is going to be a little bit more uh stuff, because this, to get the chlorine you have to spend stone for the sand for the hydrogen chloride. I would not do that. I would consider either the light oil or the ammonia here. Either way, you're spending iron. Either way, you're spending oxygen. But ammonia you can get basically for free at some point. I don't know if you have access to that early, especially considering when do we get nitrogen from air behind atmospheric condensation? That is this tech that I can immediately grab, and I can immediately make these items and have all of those things on demand. And then the next tech, advanced chemistry, yeah, that gives ammonia. There's also biomethanol, where you can spend wood with steam and oxygen to make biomethanol in a fuel refinery, and then use that for biofuel on the next level. But whatever. How is it advanced chemistry to do water electrolysis? I don't know, but hey, there it is. You can make water out of the component parts, and you can electrolyze the water. Separates 1/2 oxygen from hydrogen contained in common water. Alright. Sure. Whatever. I guess that's their excuse for not being 1 to 2. But anyway. Yeah, it's hydrogen, nitrogen for ammonia, which is... Why? Why do they never... They never actually have the proper amounts, ratios, and things. It's like, okay, ammonia is NH3. there should be 3 times as much hydrogen per nitrogen unit. And we're representing nitrogen as N2 and hydrogen as H2 here. It's like, what? What? Anyway, with that said, nitric acid is a thing too that we will eventually be needing a fair amount of to do lithium processing. Yeah, all of that good stuff. Things are gonna get crazy. Oh yeah, this is from wait, this is Krastorio has a better bot battery. Huh. But I totally have this too from Infinite Technologies. So our bots are gonna be able to fly pretty far distances, I would say, over time. So yeah, I think that's my tech queue for now. Yes, I can start unlocking the module 2s and start making all of the modules, but nah, not quite yet. I also need to get the advanced labs in order to actually start processing the advanced science, the utility science, so I need to get this in addition to everything else. For some reason, this is a prereq for production tech cards, but not a prereq for utility. What? Hey, whoever does the tech tree stuff, why are the labs you need to process utility science not a prerequisite for utility science, yet are a prerequisite for production science? That makes no sense. I am apparently producing 10,000 advanced circuits per hour. Well, alrighty then. Now that's a thing. It has officially been 32 minutes in this video thus far, and we have actually reached a pretty good ending point here. I suppose the only thing to, like, bide our time on would be to allow the train to fill and start working towards advanced oil processing, because one train of chemical tech cards will get us this tech. It'll be quite quick once this guy fills up, and the only thing is he's only about a third full right now, so I am thinking that yes, these are stack size 200, and if I have 2 units of the thing, I'm gonna cut it down to 1 stack, I think, for each cycle, especially at only 5 items per second. That is probably a much better idea. Yeah, we'll shove that as 1 stack so that we're actually almost full. There we go. Just another 50 total units. That's, of course, at 5 items per second. 10 seconds of production. So it should fill up pretty quick here. There we go. That's that one, and that's that one. You're going. You're going to need to go to the fuel stop after you do your initial delivery, so that's fine. Deliver up to there. I do hope it has enough fuel to get up to there and then all the way over to here. I really need to add another fuel stop. Probably right in here. Right in here. This space can fit a fuel stop, I think, and I can just shove coal right into it if I use coal. Ah, there goes that locomotive. Let's go. Locomotive train. There it goes. We're following you. I wish there was like just a follow cam. Could we get a follow cam on these instead of just watching from here? All right, delivered. Off we go. It's on its way. Here it comes. Oh yeah, and there's also the concept of logistic science. Or logistic science? Logistic blue belts. Logistics 3. Oh, that's production. Huh. I didn't realize. Alright. Sure. Express stuff is not this tech level. That seems a little weird, actually. Anyway, now I know. Here it comes. Science! The science is happening. It's flowing. The labs are moving. And we are processing the science. Oh, joy. Oh my, that's the full extent of that. Wow. Yes, fill the labs. Fill all of the labs. Do all of the science. And advanced oil processing is moving. That feels real good. Real good. Real good. Real good. So, that means in our next episode of this, there's that done. Now it's working on lubricant, etc. Let's see, what else do I need to unlock you? That. In our next episode, what I will be doing is swapping over to advanced oil processing. That is what we shall do. So with that, folks, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Showboat. If you have enjoyed today's video, please be sure to do all of the social and engagement stuff down below. You can, of course, support me on Patreon at patreon.com/otakushowboat if you are so inclined and able. And I will see you all on the next one.